My area is South Lakes. I'm attached to two surgeries, which is Parkview Surgery and Stone Knee Surgery. So I have close links with health staff as well, which really helps and supports me in my job in making decisions and supporting people in the community.
And I have been covering Windermere, but in recent months I've been more involved in this area, and particularly since we moved to Bridge Mills and we've had more of an agile working system.
Primarily used to be office based and all our calls were stemmed from Kendal, where we're at Busher Walk. It wasn't really a productive or efficient way of working. Transport costs, travel costs, the time particularly. I'm half an hour away from my visit, so if I had to keep returning to Kendal, a lot of my time was being taken up with travelling Monday to Friday. But now I can manage my diary around working and staying in the community if I need to, and go back to the office to do a lot of paperwork that we still have to do.
And since we've got laptops as well, it's meant we can be more flexible about doing our paperwork. You know, we don't have to physically go back to the same building to access the paperwork. We can do it from, you know, various different places.
Yes, we have to be to do our job really. There still is a lot of time, social workers, it could still be the same argument that social workers do spend a lot of time doing office work and paperwork, but what our laptops can facilitate for us is that we can maximise our working day, and if you've got 10-15 minutes between visits maybe, you can actually do a bit of work, which is reducing the workload to a small extent.
We were encouraged to look into different places to work from. I think primarily because the building we were moving to at Bridge Mills there's not enough room for us all to be in there all at the same time, not enough places to park. So it's sort of in everybody's interest if we are, you know, broaden our horizons a bit really in terms of where we can be based from. So I think that got everybody thinking really when we moved from Busher Walk to Bridge Mills. And I suppose the challenge was really looking at issues around confidentiality and making sure that we weren't compromising that. Because although we've all got mobile phones, obviously you can't be using them in public places when you're discussing client details. And similarly, you don't want people to be able to see the details that are on your laptop in case
we use the library primarily on the days that it's closed, which is all day and Thursday, Tuesday afternoon. But there are opportunities, so there's no confidentiality issues. You're here and the door's locked, and we can get on with the work that we need to do and make telephone calls that we need to make. But it's also useful on days that it's open, that the opportunity's there to bob in, as long as we're aware that there's people about and the service on that day is a library service. So we might just sit quietly in a corner and use the laptop for maybe half an hour.
Another positive knock-on effect of us and others using the library, because there are other members of staff who've got a key here as well, is that by Thursdays being a day that quite a few people know that they can work from here, it relieves the pressure on the desks at Bridge Mills, and so hopefully there's a positive knock-on effect for our colleagues as well, and then vice versa on days that other people might be using different places to use the laptops. Then I hope the overall picture is hopefully one where it's manageable to have basically not enough desks for people in the
I think that the concept of better places for work is can be expanded even more. I mean, we're restricted just to the libraries. There are I mean, I'm not too sure if we can use fire stations yet and things like that. So I think maximising every opportunity we've got.
The people in charge of the libraries were really quite open to it as well, and there were no sort of barriers in the way. It was all about how we can make it work rather than, you know, what rules and regulations should there be.
They couldn't wait to get keys cut for us. They were really hospitable, weren't they? I think there's a hidden agenda going on somewhere there.
And we are allowed to accept books in if people drop them in, really.
and really, what we've gained most is Julie just really loved doing the stamping.